Okay, so if you don't know about the craziness that's been going on with Schlep recently, he got permanently banned and sent a cease and desist from Roblox. He has been going out of his way to catch some of these sickos that are on Roblox, these awful human beings, and Roblox's excuse for permanently banning him, sending a cease and desist, is trying to say that he is a vigilante. We're not gonna watch this entire video. Free Schlep, by the way. Down with Roblox. Go and check out Schlep on YouTube. Leave him a like. Go sub to his channel. He needs the support. And we're going to check out this clip where he's talking to Chris Hansen from Dateline. Well, was from Dateline. Now he's on True Blue. And we're going to see what the interaction between these two is.
As someone who's been working with law enforcement and has been doing
If you don't know, Schlep was hurt by somebody on Roblox. He was also groomed as a child. His mother went and tried to talk to Roblox. Obviously, that didn't go anywhere. So this has been, at this point, a generational fuck-up that is absolutely disgusting, that is even still to this day going on in this era of the internet, and it needs to stop.
Catching since before I was even born. So I decided to take a seat with Chris Hansen to catch some answers.
I'm Chris Hansen. I'm co-founder and correspondent reporter for the True Blue Streaming Crime Network. We do a lot of crime and investigative reporting. Our takedowns.
W. Chris Hansen, by the way, what an absolutely legendary human being. He has been catching predators since even I was a child. I remember watching his shows on Dateline NBC. Absolutely legendary human being.
Which exposes predators trying to exploit children online. And we also work on a number of documentaries, including this particular project, exposing the sort of thing that goes on Roblox.
I wanted to ask you about some of the comments that Roblox has specifically stated about like predator catching. One of the main complaints is pretending to be a child. I want to know your answer. It's kind of obvious, but the importance of using decoy accounts to just find different predators.
Well, we couldn't do it without using decoy accounts.
Even the police use decoy accounts. That's how Chris Hansen's always done it.
Justice do that work, and now, and for the last several years, it's been members of law enforcement who have posed as children online, merely sitting in one of these areas, and they wait to be approached by somebody who is seeking to exploit children. And then the conversation takes place. It all happens according to the law.
It's crazy that you would get banned off of Roblox, even though the conversation is taken from Roblox to a place like Discord.
And then that gets turned over. Now, I understand that anytime somebody is not with law enforcement, it gives pause to a corporation. It's like, okay, here's this kid. We don't know whether he's following the rules properly. We don't know if he's running this by a lawyer. Maybe you could argue that they just don't want that sort of activity on their platform. But you'd think they'd be more worried about the activity that you're exposing.
That's what I've been trying to get at this whole time.
Let's worry about that, number one. And then
well, even though Schlep usually turns in the information that he gives to the police that lead to the arrest of these sickos, Roblox still doesn't take any action until after a video is published to YouTube.
You can have a conversation with young Schlep. I mean, if I were the CEO of Roblox, I would make you an ambassador for security. I would get out in front of this thing and do what would be a fantastic.
Chris looks like he's crying.
Promotional move. I'm a little dumbfounded that they haven't figured it out, given that these guys are in the high-tech world who invented this stuff in some ways.
Well, they don't want. Let me tell you the reason why Roblox isn't stepping in to do anything about this. It's because if they step in, they have to acknowledge that something is wrong. And if they acknowledge something is wrong, then they've got to start doing a risk assessment and putting out openly that they're addressing a obvious significant problem. And that obvious significant problem would most likely involve rule changes. And those rule changes would make parents' eyes go straight to Roblox and be like, why hasn't this been done sooner? But now that they're actively going against the grain and trying not to change anything, and now banning the people that are trying to catch these nasty, disgusting human beings and put them in jail where they belong, all they've done is open up the floodgates even wider. Their stocks are plummeting. The CEOs themselves sound like morons when they get on and talk about it. It's absolutely destroyed the Roblox reputation, and I look forward to the the actual death of Roblox as a whole. This company, this corporation doesn't need to exist, especially when they're not implementing and pushing policies that protect its users.
Why don't they get ahead of it and get a young guy on their team?
That's
what I'm doing with you, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it's not that hard to figure out. I
No.
learned a long time ago.
And you can't tell me that they can't figure out how to get this under control with all the money they've been raking in. Roblox has an estimated 83 million players a day.
If you're not listening to the youngest guy or girl in the room, you're missing opportunity. You have to evolve, and you have to keep on top of this technology, and you have to bring new ideas
Absolutely.
into the room to do your job.
Absolutely.
My job is to expose bad people. You are helping.
I mean, the thing is, I've made it very, very clear to Roblox since the beginning. Give us a private line. We are open to communicate with you.
It's kind of really sad that the people that are trying to take these bastards down, like Chris Hansen and Schlep and a bunch of others like Gideon, it blows my mind to think that even Chris Hansen himself had his show canceled because of some piece of shit that went and did himself in because he got caught. And it was some rich official. It absolutely blows my mind how quick we are to protect these nasty human beings as opposed to the kids that have to live with this the rest of their lives. It's so infuriating, and it's disgusting on so many levels.
I want to talk with you guys. We know a lot of these really bad actors, and the first official contact I had with them was the cease and desist letter.
It's horrible from a public image standpoint. I mean, you're killing the messenger, right? It's not like you're out there tracking these guys down with, tasers and smoke guns. I mean, you're providing information to the platform to do something about it.
One of the major complaints that Roblox had about me was that I was actually going to law enforcement first before sending their report, just so that they would have a start to finish conversation of everything that took place. Did you guys ever reach out to social media sites before this sting goes down?
No, we always go to law enforcement. We work with law enforcement.
You know why? Because when you find somebody doing something wrong or bad, you know what you do? You go to the police because they're the officials, not Roblox CEOs. Hate to break it to you guys, but that doesn't give you the right to sit here and try to shut this down.
Everything we do. And that is to ensure a successful prosecution. That's why
exactly.
The prosecution rate in these states is, like 99.1%. It's law enforcement first, then they can deal with the corporation. The corporation should be more concerned about reporting what it finds to law enforcement.
Exactly.
I'm going to read to you a quote from Roblox's corporate blog describing.
I could imagine that the CEOs at Roblox never thought that it would blow up like this. If this was back in like the 2000s era, where the YouTube wasn't as big as it is now with content creators, it kind of turns my stomach to think that even after all of this, a company, a corporation like Roblox never cares about its people. It only cares about the bottom line, which is making as much money as possible and shutting down whoever is going to get in the middle of that line. That's all they care about. That's all they've ever cared about. That's all they'll ever care about. And it's sick and disgusting that you can't trust these companies to do their part based on morals. Their only thing they care about is money. And they are willing to send out as many cease and desist letters as it takes to shut this down. Well, now that you're being sued by Louisiana and you're being sued by so many other parents that have had to deal with what is going to now be long-term traumatic stress and traumatized kids for the rest of their lives from being groomed or who knows what else from this site, you've got what's coming to you, Roblox, and I hope a lot more comes your way because you deserve all of it. Your stocks are plummeting. People are jumping ship off your YouTuber content creator program. Everyone's leaving because you're a bunch of sick, useless individuals that just want to sit there and make as much money as you can. Well, I hope that money benefits you when you're sitting in jail. I do. That's all I really want to say about this. Thanks for sticking around. If you got to the end of this video, I'll see you guys in the next one.